If you are between the ages of 18 and 26, I want you to build these habits to make sure that you become filthy rich. You're probably wondering about my authority to talk about these things. But yeah, as you can see, I'm sitting in the living room of my villa. With the watch, you can look up the price. But yeah, you'll see on the rest of my channel that I'm qualified to talk about this. So yeah, let's get into it. I want you to adopt these ways of living, these habits you should build to become insanely rich at some point of time. The first thing that I want you to implement into your life is to understand that mentors will help you a great amount. I want you to find 1 to 3 mentors or role models that you look up to, that you listen to, whose products you buy, whose consulting you look to buy, whatever it is. I want you to find 1 to 3 people that you really are able to look up to, who you are able to learn from, because that's what I had. I had a very high level mentorship or very high level mentors throughout my whole journey. And I think that's one of the reasons why at the age of 18, I had the life of many 30-year-olds. And now at the age of 22, I have the life of many 40-year-olds. Like, my life is great. Driving around in beautiful cars, collecting the nicest watches, traveling to the finest destinations in the world. That's one of the reasons. Because learning from people with experience in a certain field will just push you forward. Because someone that has 20 or 30 years of skin in the game will look at your problems and laugh and be like, yeah, do this, do that, done. Because when you're starting out, and even myself at some points, I have this blocked vision. When someone with a lot of experience just comes in and is like, do this, do that, ask this person, fixed. Like, they just have a sense of calmness that others do not, because they've just gone through everything. Because entrepreneurship is basically stress and handling problems. And the problems that you're having, I can guarantee you, people have had them before. So find mentors that will in the future have the ability to just handle your problems, to give you advice that will just solve your problems. This is a genuine life hack. And it doesn't really matter if it's only business. It can be, if there's someone that has a great relationship, that person should give you relationship advice. If someone is running multiple companies in the field that you're in, this person can give you great business advice. If someone is the best MMA athlete and you want to become great at MMA, then you should ask this person what to do. So yeah, that's a genuine life hack, to find someone in your field that you can pay for consulting, training, advice, calls, whatever. And here I want to go into a story or into an inspiration of mine. One of the smartest people I know who prefers to stay, let's say, undercover, but made millions and millions of dollars with multiple projects. His secret to success was that he literally reached out to everyone that is an inspiration to him, to everyone that is further on in life than him, and offered them, look, I want 30 minutes of your time. I'm paying you $1,000. I want to solve problem X. And by that, he just jump-started his business. In the matter of 1 or 2 years, he's built an empire of businesses. So that you should definitely consider, to find people that you can just use to pull you forward as fast as possible. Because it is a genuine life hack. Next one is, you should avoid the consumption of mass media. Pretty obvious, but it's not gonna do anything for your life. I know it's sad. I have many Ukrainian friends, for example. I have many friends that are into politics. I know it's sad and it can consume your brain, but just don't. Genuine word of advice, just don't. Just stop caring, because it's really not gonna do anything for you if you care. You'll just be like one of those retired grandparents that watch news all day and complain all day. You shouldn't be that kind of person, especially not if you have your business to run and your people to provide for. You should not care about the mass media. I cannot remember the last time I watched news. Genuinely, the last time I sat down and was like, I want to watch the daily news now. Never happens, and it should never happen in your life either. The next concept I want you to understand is that you should be the person that always works and that makes things look effortless. Because I think that's one of the coolest traits someone can have. If you're someone that really works day and night, but still makes it look like it was a piece of cake, although it most certainly was not. I love these kind of individuals, and my role models are specifically like that. They work their asses off day and night. But if you ask them, they're still like, yeah, it was easy. wasn't too hard, or they make it look very, very effortless. The thing is, what you have to understand about life is that no one cares about the struggle. No one cares about the stories you post at the gym. Everyone wants to see the six-pack and the good body in summer. No one cares about your working stories, like the Instagram stories in front of your computer where you're typing away and doing things. No one cares. People are inspired by results. So don't be this hustle-obsessed person. Just work quietly and let results speak for themselves. Be that kind of person. This is what it requires to become filthy rich. The next tip is that you should build your mental strength by going to the gym and doing competitive sports. In my case, combat sports. I genuinely I actually do not like combat sports, but that's exactly why I do them. I do boxing quite regularly. I had an amateur fight last year, and I definitely recommend combat sports to everyone. And if you say it's nothing for you, then at least go to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week. Because healthy body is healthy mind. If you're not in shape, if you're not physically healthy, you're not living at your prime. Because what do tens of millions of dollars do for your life if you're totally out of shape? If you cannot lift up anything or anyone, if you cannot do anything, what does that do for you? So don't be that type of person. Just start now if you haven't already. And if you have, I'd recommend you to start with combat sports because it really trains your mind. Getting hit in the face, and especially getting hit in the face hard, it teaches you a lot of things. A lot of things. The next concept that has greatly helped me and that I want you to understand is that there is a scale of two sides. There is the type of person that is bubbly when intimidated or when anxious and that asks millions of questions and fires away and talks and talks and talks. And then there's the other type of person that is way too quiet, seems arrogant and distant when he doesn't know what to do. I was definitely this type of person that was just, whenever I was in new social situations, I was talking way too much and asking way too many irrelevant questions. People that have real status and have real success will not want to work with this kind of person. I learned it the hard way. So if you share my experience, if you feel like you're the bubbly type, then you should really learn to think twice about how people will perceive what you're saying. What will they think when they hear your words? Just really let things go through your head twice before you say them. That was what really helped me. And then understand that it's a social game, and the more you practice your social muscle, the better you will become. On the other hand, if you feel like you're too tense and too locked up, you have to do the exact opposite. Just force yourself to try to engage in conversations, and with some time you will feel like you can loosen up very easily. So this is understand which type of conversationalist you are, if you're more the closed type or the open type, and learn to work with that because your communication is everything. Learning how to speak is everything in every single area of your life. It's super important. Imagine if Conor McGregor could not speak the way he speaks. He would most certainly not be where he is. He would not be at the point where he is today. I can guarantee you that. Another important concept of your mind, that you should have the perfect you in your mind whenever you wake up, whenever you go to bed, whenever you go through your day to day. You should see the version of yourself that gets everything done on time, that is reliable, that has every single box checked, that is rich, handsome, great with women. You should have this exact person in your mind. And every time you struggle to make the right choice, you can just think of which choice this individual would take. That will help you a lot to find a sense of clarity when struggling with things. So that's what really helped me, to have this mental model that my alter ego is beating me right now. Implement this concept. It will definitely help you. Like, really visualize who this alter version of yourself is, what he does, what he thinks, how he handles certain situations, and work with that. Another important concept I want you to understand is that you should never get too high on the drug of winning. I want you to understand that being pessimistic is never really bad. Seeing things more neutral than they are is never really bad. Let's say you hit your record month. You shouldn't be too crazy high up on this success and then just start partying for 3 weeks straight, and you'll lose it faster than you've gained it. So I want you to be pessimistically, to always think, okay, what could go better? What else could I do? What could I change? which little things could I adjust? Because that keeps you on the ground, that keeps you driven, that keeps you hungry. But I'm not saying you should never reward yourself for success. Because for me, every single material thing I buy is tied to some certain success. And that's a great thing because whenever I wear a certain watch, for example, it reminds me of a milestone I've reached and a object I've overcome. So yeah, that's a very, very important concept. Besides that, I think traveling alone to new places, especially moving out of your home city alone, will force you to grow such an incredible way because you become self-sufficient, because you learn to handle your own stuff. I myself moved out of my home when I was 18 years old. I moved to a foreign country a year later, and now I'm living in Dubai. So it's really a great thing to just move away from your home place. It doesn't really have to be a new country, although I really like the fact of moving to a new country. I like that, but that's your choice to make. But I would definitely recommend to move away from your old circle, your old thoughts, your old objects in your way, because when you're alone in a new city, you're much more inclined to just not really care about what some random people in this new city think of you. So that's a great push to have. Besides that, I want you to learn and to understand how to dress better than the peers your age, or in general than the people your age are dressing. Because how you dress is very important because it really conveys your value. Don't be this person that over-exaggerates about their appearance all the time, but be a person that has a good sense of fashion, that knows how to dress properly. In the beginning, I remember when I first came to Dubai in 2021, I was wearing Gucci shirts all the time. I was flexing everything I could. And now I love just not doing that and showing my style through other ways, not only through brands, or specifically through brands where you cannot even see that they're actually way too overpriced. But that's a different topic. But yeah, learn how to dress properly. It's very, very important for a man in his 20s to be taken seriously. Because if you come up to successful entrepreneurs wearing sweatpants and a Gucci t-shirt, you just won't be taken serious. It's just the way it is. Even if you're wearing a $300,000 watch, you just won't be taken serious. It's just not how it works. Also, I want you to use and understand to-do lists. This sounds basic and cliche, but just force yourself every night before you go to sleep. You write down, what do I have to do tomorrow? What are my KPIs, key performance indicators? What do I have to get done? Then in the morning you wake up, you check it, and you get to work. This, as simple as it sounds, it really is that simple, but it really helps. And the last mental model I want you to implement and understand is that you should be fast with things, but not hectic. You should get things done in a hungry manner. Like you should aim to succeed at things fast, but that should not let the quality go down. That's very important. That if you have, let's say, a freelance job that just came in, you should look to get it done as fast as possible while keeping your quality standards. Because this will just separate you from the competition. Because just look at corporate America, look at all the big corporations. They're so incredibly slow with everything. They need a week to respond to emails. So if you can just be fast and effective at what you do, you'll already be better than most of your competition. All right, these are the mental models I want you to implement into your life that will help you to become filthy rich. Until next time.